Deads. The afternoon sun bathed the world in a serene golden light. It was one of those perfect days, the kind that feels like a memory even as you're living it. The sky was a vast, unbroken canvas of brilliant blue, without a single cloud to mar its perfection. On the terracotta tiles of a nearby rooftop, a white dove rested, its feathers so pure they seemed to glow, almost incandescent in the sunlight. 2. It was a picture of absolute peace, a moment frozen in time. But time, as we know, never truly stands still. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, the sky began to transform. The familiar blue started to fade, bleeding into a soft, gentle orange, like the first blush of a sunrise happening at the wrong time of day. People started to notice. A few conversations faltered, tilted upwards, trying to make sense of the unusual sight. The orange deepened, flushing into a vibrant, almost aggressive red. It wasn't the warm, comforting red of a sunset. This was something else, something alien. The air itself began to change. It grew heavy, thick, and a strange stillness fell over the streets. Then, like a silent, ghostly snowfall, ash began to drift down. Tinny grey flakes landed on shoulders, on windowsills, on outstretched hands. But there was no fire, no smoke, no smell of burning. Just this quiet, inexplicable rain of ash falling from a blood-red sky. Confusion rippled through the onlookers, a murmur of questions with no answers. Where was this coming from? What was happening? The light, once so bright and reassuring, was being swallowed whole. Daylight vanished, not with the gentle grace of evening, but with a sudden, suffocating finality. It felt as though a giant hand had thrown a dark, heavy blanket over the entire world. The familiar shapes of buildings and trees became menacing silhouettes against the crimson backdrop. A profound, unnatural darkness spread across the land, a darkness that felt colder and deeper than any normal night. Amidst the growing panic and confusion, the white dove on the rooftop stirred. It seemed to sense the shift, the wrongness of it all. With a powerful beat of its wings, it launched into the air, but as it flew, a bizarre and beautiful thing happened. It didn't just fly against the red sky. It seemed to pull the color along with it. A streak of brilliant crimson trailed behind the dove like a celestial ribbon, a stark contrast to its own pristine white. It flew higher and higher, a single point of defiant light and color in the encroaching gloom. The dove, once a symbol of peace on a quiet afternoon, now looked like a messenger, a harbinger, carrying away the last vestiges of the day. We watched, mesmerized, as it carved its path across the darkening world. It flew on, carrying that impossible trail of red, until it was just a tiny speck. Then it vanished into the vast unknown distance, taking the last of the light, the last of the color, and all of our understanding with it. We were left standing in the ash, under a sky that no longer belonged to us, wondering what would come next.